What's cracking, everyone? My name is Ryan, and today we are going to be taking a look at a couple of products from the company Eletech Cables. Now, just like it sounds, Eletech Cables makes hi-fi cables for both IEMs and headphones. And what we're going to check out today is first, their newly released Baroque series of IEM tips, as well as a cable from their Virtue series called the Raphael. Now it's time to go top-down style and check them out. Also, really quick, guys, I want to send a big thank you out to Eletech, who did send out the cable and the tips in exchange for my thoughts and my opinions, which always are going to be of my own. They did not ask me to say anything positive or negative during this video. All right, guys, when you get a product from Eletech, you can expect to get an exceptional quality and detailed product, whether it's the cable, whether it's the tips, but also an exceptional quality and detailed packaging. And so I want to start with that and just quickly take a look at the box that the tips are going to come in. They will be color coded by size. It's got this holographic image to it. Inside, you're going to get this case that will hold the two sets of tips that you'll get depending on what size that you get. Now, the Virtue series cable, I mean, look at this gorgeous box once again. And I'm not going to take it all out, but this will come out of here. And when you open it up, you get a gorgeous packaging inside as well, down to an actual leather case to put your cable in, which is fantastic in my opinion. And I'm gonna move this cable here for a second and show you the acrylic plate. And look at the detailing, the imaging, explaining the Raphael. It's fantastic. And yeah, the back of it's plain, but this is just fantastic. Something you can lay cables on, whatever you want to do. It's a nice little display. Completely impressed with the packaging, but let's talk about the Baroque tips first. As I said, I have small, medium, and large sitting here. However, they now, as of this video, come in small, medium, large, large, and extra large size tips, which is good because these do fit a little on the small side. I normally wear large because my ear canal goes pretty deep, and these large tips actually don't fit me all the time depending on the IEM that I have with these. And kind of what I want to show you here is the inner lining is going to color code the box. So the yellow is for the large here. And it's really hard to see in this camera, but there are little detailing and etching on the bottom of the silicone tips. Just again, just a nod to Eletech and the extra bit of details that they go through with their finished product. Now, as far as the tips goes, this is actually Japan medical grade silicone. They are hypoallergenic material and super, super soft. In fact, one thing I did not show you was on the inside, the part that will cover the nozzle. This is also a soft material as well, so it's not going to be that hard inner tube that some tips can have. Now, I do want to show you why I talked about wearing these maybe perhaps a step up in size. And to do so, I'm going to show you the TheAudio Hype 4. Now, this has the medium-sized tip on it. Now, the TheAudio Hype 4 goes a little bit further into the ear canal than something like a Simgot EA1000 does. And this is a large tip, by the way, on this. The EA1000 won't go in as far, so a larger tip works better for me. A large tip on the EA1000 from Eletech does not seal for me because it, again, just doesn't go in that far. So that's what I'm talking about, getting something a little bit on the wider side. And as an example, here's the large tip from Eletech and the large tip from the EA1000. You can clearly see the EA1000 is a wider tip, and most of your common silicone tips are going to be wider than these Eletech tips. So definitely note that if you do need to size up. Do they change anything with the sound? I haven't really found that, but I do just find myself being able to tolerate IEMs such as the TheAudio Hype 4, which can be a little bit uncomfortable for me. It's a little bit better with this softer silicone tip, and it is like a soft pillow in my ear canal. Yeah. And by the way, I failed to mention that the tips will retail in at $24, and that is going to get you two sets of whatever size that you choose in the box. All right, so the Virtue series Raphael cable. First of all, the Virtue series is more of the budget line, if you will. The Raphael cable starts out at $499 and can go up depending on the connections that you choose. Now this particular cable does have the 2-pin connection to the IEM, and this does terminate to a 4.4 on the other side. Now these will come in different connections to your IEMs. There's even a modular part to this, but like I said, that will raise the price up. But I do want to take a second and just look at how absolutely gorgeous and detailed this cable is, down to this etching here on the Eletech symbol for the actual barrel on the cable. If we flip around to the other side, you'll see the other barrel that goes up towards the ear tips themselves, or not the ear tips, excuse me, towards the IEMs themselves. And it says Eletech there. As you can see, this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous cable. I can't stop saying that because it truly is. This is a 25.5 gauge 4-wire cable. It's ultra high purity gold plated copper and gold copper alloy. Now, what's really important to note here, most of your basic cables, like I got sitting over here, are going to be silver plated copper. Gold plated copper, difference, better conductivity, better quality material. It's a 9-core Litz multi-strand cable design, and of course their Eletech bespoke solder, among other things, that's on the back of the box here. What does that all mean? Well, that means you are going to get a better overall sound quality, and I didn't think I would be standing here today with my hands like this telling you guys that I heard a sound difference of the cable, but I did. And so let me set that up for you next. So I have sitting here my Cayin RU7 and my DC Elite. I've got the SIMGOT EA1000. I've got the TheAudio Hype-4 that are here. Those are a couple of the IEMs I tested. And what I did was I listened with this cable completely for several hours with both IEMs. And then I switched over to the stock cables. Now, let me show you really quick. The SIMGOT EA1000 stock cable, it's a decent cable. Not bad at all. Same thing for the TheAudio Hype-4 cable. But when I switched back to those cables, I did hear a difference. And I was very shocked by that, quite honestly. I didn't think I was going to hear one at all. And I will give you some track examples so you understand what I'm saying. So with the SIMGOT EA1000, the track This Is a Man's World by David Gogo, there are some cymbals that splash at the very, very beginning of that track. And I picked up some hissiness with the EA1000 with the stock cable, and I'm just kind of used to that with that sound. But I did not pick up that hissiness with the Eletech cable. And I don't want to say not at all, but it was definitely much less. And it was much of a warmer sound compared to the stock of the silver-plated copper cable that we have of the EA1000. And then the Hype-4. One track that I played that I definitely heard a difference was Moonlight Sonata by Marson. I love Marson and what he can do with the guitar. That guy is, anyways, it's a beautiful song. And I listened to that again on this cable, switched to the stock of the TheAudio Hype-4, which I do love the sound of the TheAudio Hype-4. But what I picked up was it was just ever so slightly thinner of a sound on the stock cable of the TheAudio Hype-4 than with the Eletech cable. I actually got a little bit more grippiness to the strings, and I just felt more attached to the artist. And it was that little 1 to 2%, better quality of audio that I got going with this cable. And it was impressive. Sitting here saying that to you today, and I honestly am being honest. So as I said, I do want to send a big thank you out to Eletech for sending this out, for sending the tips out. I am hoping to get a size extra large tips in because I love them so much. I want to at least have the extra large that'll play with all the IEMs I'm going to use. And this cable has made a believer out of me. I cannot wait to check out more from Eletech's line because they've got some headphone cables that will get close to $3,000. But if I can hear a difference in that, wow. I mean, yes, very impressed. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If so, please smash that like button. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. I am really trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I also have a Patreon. If you'd like to join me and support the channel in that way, I would highly appreciate that. Also, guys, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on high-end cables like this. Do you have experience with that? I would love to know. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.